Hello everybody! So today's video is going to be all about Lindy and a little bit about family update. In less than an hour I will be getting Lindy's autism evaluation results. It's via Zoom and I'm nervous and I'm getting ready right now. So we're going to just talk and all the things. So yeah, Lindy's I get her results and I'm nervous. I mean, what I'm mostly nervous about is another diagnosis, and then what I'm other concerned about is that her not getting diagnosed and then it being missed, and then we have to do this all over again in a few years, which is fine. I don't want her to have autism. I want this to be right. It could be right. I mean, if they say no, then I would say it's more likely she's not autistic. She's 3. And if they don't see it by now, then there's, it's a low chance that she has it. But I do think of people that, mask so well that they miss it. And she definitely has lots of struggles right now with speech and, behaviors because, I mean, it could be because of speech. I don't know. It's really hard not to worry all the time. I think I am mostly worried about my mental health if there's another diagnosis. I don't know how I'll handle it in a way, like emotionally. Like, of course I will conquer it and do everything, but it's a lot to handle. It's not great when your kids keep getting diagnosed with things. You feel somewhat responsible, and you feel like it was bad genes, bad whatever, why me, all the feelings. Most people only have to deal with one diagnosis and then a hard life of dealing with all the things that go along with the diagnosis. I am still in the middle of dealing with diagnosis, and with Sawyer, all of his stuff that's going on too, I'm nervous. Like, he's not growing. We're getting his kidneys checked out. He's gonna have to see a cardiologist. We're seeing geneticists. It's a lot. Like, but I know, like, with kids with autism, there are usually other things going on too. Like, it's not just autism sometimes, there's usually health stuff. So I know it's not like it's a huge surprise, but oh my gosh, I just did not expect all of this. This year has been, it's been a doozy just of all the new diagnosis, and I'm just nervous. I think it's normal to be nervous. And I know, like, my therapist says, like, it's not going to change anything. It's just, it's just a lot for 2 people. Like, it's really hard. And I know people say, like, why don't you have respite and everything? And respite is hard. Okay, let me see if I can explain it properly. Like, we have people in and out of our house a lot, therapists, which we're so grateful for. To have someone with respite, you have to have someone in your house a lot. And me and my husband like when there's no one in our house. We like it when it's just our family, when we can let the dishes, stack up, or, not have to sweep up after all the kids, or, and I know, like, respite probably wouldn't care, but I, as a human being, struggle with people I don't know that aren't family letting my house fall apart. It's not easy for me. And they can only provide care for Griffin and Sawyer, and I have 6 kids, so it's like, so I'd have this person in our house, and then they would watch the boy, but they can't watch the other kids. It feels redundant to do it right now. I do think as they get older it will be possible, but right now I just don't think it's gonna be possible to have respite. But I know my therapist is trying to get me to relook into it. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to have respite and then in our house and not feel uncomfortable. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels uncomfortable to have a stranger in our house a lot, watching only 2 kids where we really can't do anything, and if we want to do anything we have to take 4 kids out, and, like, I don't know, like, we don't want to do that all the time. So it's hard. But I did want to talk to you guys about a book that I just finished reading. It's called Forever Boy, And it's a mom who's a social media influencer, a blogger, I think she calls herself, I'm not sure. I follow her on Facebook and Instagram. She has a non-verbal, non-speaking autistic son. I think he's like 12, I think now. But her story is the diagnosis of her son, the struggles, and it was very relatable, even though like some of what I was relating to was more like Griffin stuff, and Griffin's not autistic, but he has a lot of the same things that her son is going through because he's nonverbal, behaviors, the fear of like your son being hurt at school because he can't tell you, all the things, the struggle of the diagnosis journey. I mean, it was very, very relatable. So if you are a mom of a special needs child, disabled child, this book is really good. It is so good because for me, I related on so many levels. Because one, like I could see Sawyer in her son, and then two, I could see Griffin. So it was just both ends. And I would just say, like, if you want to look it up, it's called Forever Boy. I forget her name. I'm so sorry. Katie something. Kate Swanson? I don't know. It was a really good book, and I'm almost done with it. Like I think I have like 30 minutes left. And I think it was just it was very real. You know, there wasn't really much sugarcoating. Yes, I think we all handle these diagnoses, handling of our children differently. Like my book would be very different because I did not feel like she was like, okay, he'll be fine by 5. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make him fine by 5 so he can go to school. And for me, like with Griffin, like I went the other way. I was in complete denial for quite a long time. Did the basics thinking that it's all gonna work itself out because I'm not gonna think about it. Because I was, you know, it's hard. And it's interesting how people deal with diagnoses differently. Like I know a lot of moms go that way, the other way, not like mine, where they're gonna conquer it. And I went the other way, and with Sawyer too, because it felt too big to me. But yeah, so you should look that up, that book. It was really, really good. I really recommend it. It was just relatable, really relatable. So yeah, Lindy's, we're gonna find out soon. I'm glad this will be behind us. I mean, if you want to look at like the whole big picture, this is gonna be behind us, and then I don't think about it anymore. And that's gonna be the best part. I don't have to think about it anymore. And I really can't wait to put that done, sealed. My gut is gonna say, they're gonna say, no, she doesn't have it. And that'll be great. I know a lot of our therapists does not think she has it. We got the referral because one therapist thought maybe she had it just because of how she speaks and how you have to kind of prompt her to talk in some ways. So I don't know. I literally don't know what's gonna happen. I know she's got the weird eye things going on. She's still doing some of that weird eye blinking, and her behaviors are off the chart, but she's 3. She's in the horrific 3s right now. So I don't know. It's so much. It's so much, guys. I'm overwhelmed. Definitely feeling it. I just feel like the world on top of me and my husband right now with the kids, and yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a break. And that's what I like about this book. She said something like that, like life's never gonna get easy, and like that's what I feel, like life will never get easy. It was nice to have somebody that I could relate to. I'm like, I don't think it's possible in our life. I think it might get different, but easy, I don't think that's part of this. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna finish my makeup and my hair, and then I'm gonna do this phone call, and then I will update you guys on what they say. And yeah, I'm nervous. I'll see you guys in a minute. Hi guys, so we just finished the phone call interview. So I'm just sitting down in the boys' room. So overall, the evaluation showed she did not show enough signs of autism, which is so great. Now let me just say, they did suggest in 1 to 2 years to reevaluate her, because there were some things she was close to the markers of like on where she could be on the spectrum. And they did say because she's so young and she's female, that she could be masking. And because she cannot talk, she cannot express, and things are developing. Like I told her, toe walking started around 2. The eye blinking thing she's been doing just started recently. And socially with peers, she, not her siblings, but peers, is behind. And then we talked about the apraxia of speech, that it's still controversial for her to be diagnosed this young. That I don't know if they believe it's still apraxia, but we've had 4 therapists look at her. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I believe it's apraxia. And so, yeah, so good news right now, she does not have autism. Bad news is we might have to reevaluate her in a few years and do this whole thing over again. But this is what I suspected in all the other videos, when I talked to you guys about my other videos, like saying that this is probably what's going to be said to me. I believe in my gut it's not autism, but there's just some things that she does that are just not typical like my other kids. So I'm not gonna say, no, it's not for the rest of my life. I will always be aware and open-minded and be ready for the leap into the autism world with her if things keep developing not typical. And we will handle it. Yeah, she did say preschool, have them work with like one-to-one peers, have a teacher be involved, get an IEP set up for her, which of course we're gonna do. I do think next year will be a true 100% talent. She said if we do not feel like she is showing more signs of autism, then we don't need to do the evaluations. Only if me and my husband see if things are developing in the way of autism, then get her reevaluated. They did say she was a firecracker, that she was a sweet girl. They talked about, you know, emotions. Of course, she's frustrated because she has no language, like really at all, but she was saying that she has no language, but she has tones of language and she's trying to communicate, and that's like huge. She wants to talk. Yeah, so I think it's, my one fear is that when she realizes that she can't talk fully, that she's going to completely shut down and be quiet. But I don't know, I'm just spewing out fears of my mind. Overall, it's great. She's not autistic today, and we don't have to have another diagnosis. And so that to me feels like such a gift right now. I just don't know what the future holds. It's hard. It's so hard to not fully be able to put that stamp on it, but I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. I'm gonna put that down. It's down for now. It is in a box. It's over here in a corner, and I need to open that box up again. I will. Yeah, so, and just to give you a little bit of what the appointment looked like, we went over each evaluation we did, the interview I did with her. We did the paperwork interview, like she went over all of the scores and where she was at for the scores. Like language, she definitely hit, you know, where the autism spectrum is, like definitely that was there. But everything else was like right below where, right in the high above normal-ish range for a child with autism, without autism. So it's like right in the middle, you know what I mean? So like not normal, typical, right above that. But still not enough to get her diagnosed, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is where we're at. I'm gonna take it as good news and yeah, let this go for now. So if you have any questions about this evaluation, I can try to answer it. It was really thorough, really nice. She's a very amazing therapist. She gave me her direct email if I have any more questions. This will be sent to her pediatrician. Yeah, so this is it. Lindy, as of today, does not have autism. So hooray, hooray, I guess. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. I'm just gonna put this to bed and be happy today. I needed this not to be a diagnosis. Let me just tell you, I needed it. I would have been fine. I would have figured it out if she did get diagnosed. I would have probably cried, had a pity party, but I would have, I would have had a little meltdown, probably a little bit. But now I don't have to, and I can just have a little bit of joy, saying, okay, hey, not this time, diagnoses, not this time. Sorry. Oh, it's a lot. All right. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you are new, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget, guys, you are wonderful. Bye.